back to the action here. If you're just joining us, this is indeed a technique. This is not like one of Von Creed's tricks. It's not an illusion. It's indeed the Enigma and Vicious teaming up to face the Franchise Nation. And now look at this, Murphy Law is going to be on the receiving end of blast rights and driving the big man down the mat there. Of course, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And now look at this. After the last rights, the Enigma's going right for the tombstone. And after the last rights and tombstone, this has got to be it for Murphy Law. This will be the end of Murphy Law's undefeated streak here. Murphy Law somehow able to kick out of the last rights, followed by a tombstone. And no wonder this man is freaking undefeated. Now, I think the Enigma is pretty much just pissed right on now. And Murphy Law found a headbutt there. Murphy Law tagging Alex Richards as the Enigma tags Vicious back in. Taking down Vicious with a drop toe and fall, but that huge flying cross body, taking down Vicious. Vicious driving the elbow to the face of Vicious. See how he falls up by it. And again, hits that gut wrench suplex. And this will be a huge opportunity if Alex Richards can get the pin on the Enigma and Vicious here tonight. Because remember, that would definitely signify Von Krieger, in this case Murphy Law, and Alex Richards as a viable tag team. They've already failed to cash in one of two briefcases on the Space Cowboys. And you know they want to try that again with the other one at some point. Look at this amount of comeback here of Alex Richards and takes down Vicious with what he calls the 4 moves of doom. And now following up, always going for out. You got served here. Oh, he slams him down. Look at this. He's having a fall, but the fall from Grace. Vicious was already on the receiving end of this already. Kicked out, but Vicious, just like the Enigma on the receiving end. Let's see, can Vicious do what the Enigma did? I mean, folks, we gotta see, will Vicious be able to kick out of the fall from Grace? Only the Enigma's a little bit able to do it. So much for that. Yes, Vicious didn't have what it takes to kick out the fall from Grace, unlike his second partner, the Enigma. Saving that puts the ball on the shelf indefinitely. Let's show you some of the action here. It's in a tag team offense. There's some tagging going on, and Alfred with that drop toe hold count on a Vicious. With that weakened Vicious to permanently fall up, but you got served here. Watch this. This is what did the end for the Enigma and Vicious as Vicious on the receiving end with the right. And we're seeing that fall from Grace. Dragging Vicious in enemy territory here. Getting the first surprise and Enigma didn't bring up that pin attempt.
Here's your winner, the Franchise Nation.
Well, I guess that was the only sign of dissent. I mean, they got a clear opportunity to break up that pin on the Vicious. But I guess for someone to decide not to, allowing Alex Richards and Murphy Law to get the win here tonight. So what's going to happen? I love it first fight when the Enigma goes 1-1 with Von Creed. What's going to happen when Alex Richards steps a foot in that fatal 4-way with the Destroyer, Gene Starway, and of course the heavyweight champion Quinn Rampage Jackson. In that huge fatal 4-way, the winner of that match will move on to face Planet X for the heavyweight championship at Pandemonium. And not only will they win the heavyweight championship itself, but they'll also a huge tag team match. We got the Suicide returning, sworn off against the Mythbusters. A huge night, our last CPD before Pandemonium. Don't miss it. It's going to be coming in early, mid-March. Don't miss. Love that first fight. One of the most infamous pay-per-views. One of the most infamous CPDs of the entire year. One of the most historic, infamous happenings going on. There's 8 matches on the card. But before we move on, let's show you a special look at Planet X. Well, folks, it's time for our main event. As the Destroyer goes one-on-one once again with King Rampage Jackson. And this time, it will be indeed a non-title match. But will it be a repeat of that first fight last year?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, coming down the aisle. From Heathen's Royal Camelot, he is the God of War, the Destroyer.
Don't forget, folks, we saw backstage when the Destroyer and Luke Ball were talking that the Destroyer has found a hand-picked opponent in which Luke Ball will face at the first fight. And if Luke Ball can beat that individual, then the Destroyer will need to agree to have a 1-1 match with Luke Bauer, because based on what happened last week, the Destroyer, in his mind, still believes that Luke Bauer is indeed the weakest link of the Warriors of the World, and that when that Luke Bauer had that pin that he got over the Destroyer, that got slow to spare, was nothing more than just a fluke. Of course, Luke Bauer is set out to prove the Destroyer wrong, going as far as to say that Luke Bauer thinks that it was the Destroyer that was the weakest link of the Warriors of the World. Well, who will say who's right or wrong? That's only time will tell. But up next here comes, of course, the Destroyer and Rampage. The last time these two men fought without last year's for that first fight, in that match, it was the Destroyer who was victorious and won his first UWA championship for going to headline Pandemonium to face Gene Starling last year at Pandemonium 11.
Now introducing his opponent. He is the current UWA champion from Irvine, California. He is the face of the Urban Wrestling Association, Quentin Rampage Jackson.
But in Rampage's one, he thinks he's going to be a repeat of Claim of Fame, where in his one, he thinks that he squashed Gene Starling and the Destroyer, and one of the first fights will be no different, even if he throw Alex Richards in the mix. Well, I think Rampage is full of shit when he says crap like that. Oh, wait a minute, what's Luke Fowler doing out here? Here comes, of course, the Ace of Spades, Luke Fowler, a UWA original. A former West Coast champion, former tag team champion. Of course, it's been that huge war with the Destroyer. I mean, this has been a war, a verbal war, going back and forth between they can't figure out who indeed was the weakest link of the Warriors of the World. They could easily rule out that it was not Gene Starling or Spike. Was Luke Fowler taking exception to all those comments that the Destroyer has said to him over the last several months? And the big question is, why is Luke Fowler out here? Has no business with Rampage, let alone the Destroyer here tonight. I guess Luke Fowler's going to be a curious spectator in this main event matchup here tonight. Of course, Luke Fowler over there is going to be seeing some action in one of the first fight, facing a mystery opponent, handpicked by the Destroyer. So there we go. And you see Luke Fowler on the outside right there, distracting the Destroyer right there. Look, it's a long Rampage to get a sneak attack with that huge German suplex. Now Luke Fowler's on the apron. Hopefully Luke Fowler is not becoming an attacker like Von Creed was on our last match, our tag team match. And usually Luke Fowler's not one to do heelish things like that. But you know Luke Fowler's going to be some sort of a distraction for both these individuals. You gotta think, folks, even deep down, I don't think even Luke Fowler wants to go down as being that guy who got squashed and buried by Rampage back at Halloween Night Bash. So far, ever since Luke's been on ringside, it's been all Rampage, but there's the first shot of offense by the Destroyer. Go up, springboard, huge kick. Also by DDT finally the Destroyer's mounting some sort of offense here. And oh, you got huge face buster from the Destroyer's shoulders and fall that huge kick again. And the Destroyer mounting a huge comeback here. Rampage dodging that huge shot. Taking down, oh look at this, taking down this with this huge LeBell lock applied. Oh, look at this. He's about to tap out. Oh, breaking out of that submission there. Look at this. I guess Rampage taking to Luke Fowler. Oh, a devastating shot is taking down Luke Fowler off the apron. At least the time to get no distractions here between the Destroyer and Rampage. Hitting that huge float over. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. Rampage on his shoulders. It turns him out that huge Kimonian Cyclone. Turning Rampage inside out. And if he can get Rampage in the proper position, it could be all she wrote here. And finally, they're sort of doing the squashing, but I guess Rampage able to kick out. What's the Destroyer trying to do here? Look at this. Rampage kicking that back, that huge shot. Now he's grappled him here now.